So Nintendo just released the trailer for the Alarmo clock. There are two reasons that I personally would never recommend anybody normal purchase this thing, and we're gonna go over them. Now, I know that Nintendo is no stranger to releasing smaller hardware items like that Game & Watch or the SNES Mini or the NES Mini, and I'm totally okay with it, but I was definitely not expecting this. The trailer for it did immediately kind of hook me. Let's take a look at it real quick, but before we jump into it, I'm Solace, this is Solace and Dread. We produce analytical content as well as nuanced discussions primarily focused on gaming related things. If you like that kind of stuff, consider subscribing. All right, let's take a look at the trailer. So as cute as this thing actually is, like aesthetically, I think a lot of people are just salivating for something Switch 2 related, and this really just kind of feels like a slap in the face comparatively. So one of the things that I kind of am afraid of with this alarm clock is just how obnoxious the sounds will be. Like Mario's coin collection sound, like rapidly playing as I like stir and move will annoy me awake, and who the hell wants to be annoyed awake? So that's another cool thing. When you actually do get out of bed, a little fanfare plays because there's motion detection. It's not like it's a camera that's watching you, but there is motion detection that analyzes you in bed and determines if you have stirred or if you've gotten up. That's a little creepy. Think about that. It knows, gentlemen. I don't know what Nintendo is going to do with that sleep data, but now here's one of the things that I love, right? Obviously, I'm a big Bowser fan, right? I love that there is the feature of the getting more aggressive as you choose not to wake up. And let me just say, by the way, if they don't use the Guardian theme in Breath of the Wild for the aggression sound, what a complete absolute waste of money this clock is. So the 5 themes that are coming with this thing are Pikmin 4, Splatoon 3, Ring Fit Adventure, Mario Odyssey, and Breath of the Wild. And I am a fan of all but one of these games. So like I'm a major fan of Ring Fit Adventure. So honestly, I'm okay with the initial pack that they show here. It looks like there is a number of customization between each of the games. So there's 7 different alarm varieties for each game. And then they're also adding Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Animal Crossing, as well as probably some others down the road. I've seen people say that they want like Metroid and a lot of other Nintendo IPs, and I think that this is kind of a cool idea. But yeah, they are keeping track of your sleep information, and they are putting it in a thing for you to be able to review it later. But again, I just wonder what Nintendo does with this information. Why? So you can only get this thing right now if you're a Nintendo Switch like online member. And yeah, I bought one, okay? But I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain how Nintendo took this money from my pocket. I'm a big believer in that in order to have good sleep, you really need to limit your time on your cell phone. And most people use their cell phones for an alarm clock, myself included. And the problem is if you wake up in the middle of the night or something, it's pretty easy and instinctual to just reach over and grab your phone. I think that an alarm clock eliminates that. I would love to be able to charge my phone in a different room. And I've been actually shopping for an alarm clock for like a year. And I wanted an alarm clock that actually allowed me to assign my own ringtone, because I always wake up to the same song. And I'm okay with parting from that with something as cool as this. I hope it works well. But that said, there is the price. $100. That an alarm clock for $100. That is a I don't even know what to say. The price is indefensible. It's absolutely indefensible. Did I buy one? Of course. When it wasn't, my wife bought it, but it was a need. I have a need for that. I've been talking acutely about this for a year or more. I totally understand everybody kind of dunking on this thing because $100 is fucking absurd. It's absurd. One other tiny concern that I have with this clock is that this is a way for Nintendo to advertise to you. I was surprised one day when I walked out into my living room and I saw that my Wii U gamepad had an ad up. It was off. The console was asleep, but there was an ad up for Mario Day that there were games that were off or a lower price. And this is prominently placed in the middle of my living room. And all of a sudden, this screen for a console that I used or decided to use whenever had an ad on it. And it's like, so I'm paying Nintendo for the pleasure of having advertisements broadcast in my living room. That's disgusting. And now they're going to go a step further and do it on my clock. And I'm willing to bet that they will push ads to this clock. I almost want to bet somebody money. Or that's fucking concerning. The thing is connected to the internet for more updates and free updates for the clock. What's the benefit here? Ads. They can literally see when you are in front of the clock. They will know when you're there. So why not, hey, just shoot you a quick ad. Hey, by the way, before you go to sleep, remember tomorrow we got a sale going on for digital games. That's not okay. I think that that's something that we should probably consider. If you're actually going to buy this thing, just keep that in mind that they're probably going to use it to advertise to you. If you're going to buy it for your kids, if you have kids, they're probably going to use it to advertise to your kids. That's a little creepy. I don't know how I feel about that. Again, I'm somebody who I will pay extra money to avoid ads on most things. I actually get a little annoyed when I get ads on things that I did not want them for, did not expect them for. So this is probably going to be perverse in that way. And that's just something to consider. That's the disturbing truth of this clock. So my final points here is if you are somebody who struggles to go to sleep at night and you are looking for a solution to that, I would recommend getting an alarm clock. Maybe not this one, but get an alarm clock. But I'll consider the price tag. $100 is kind of insane. But then couple that with the fact that they're probably going to not only take the $100 from you, but they will use this clock to advertise to you since they know that you are directly in front of the device. That is a little creepy. I don't know that I consent to that. I'm getting one for research purposes and for my own personal use because I need an alarm clock and I want to charge my phone in the other room. In any case, that's it from me. I just want to give my 2 cents on it. We'll see you soon. Long live Turtle Kingdom.